Hey folks, Machinery Pete here, 2019 Farm Progress Show. Always great fun to visit the folks at Yetter. Tell you what, they got a ton going on, and we're going to visit today with about one of their hottest products. And over here we have a couple of folks on the Crack Yetter team. On the right we have Andy Thompson, AOR manager. Did I get that right, Andy?
Yes.
Awesome. You're in Carthage, Illinois?
Yep.
Okay, and on the left we have Derek Allensworth, marketing manager.
Correct.
Thank you guys for having me out. Appreciate it. And we need to talk about a pretty hot product you guys have here, the Devastator. Why don't you tell us about it?
Good. Thanks, Machinery Pete. Again, as we're talking about, we have the 5,000 Stalk Devastator. We've been in the market for over 5 years with this product line.
Okay.
Mounts on the bottom of any corn head for the most part. We have 58 different models. Spring loaded. It rolls with the ground. Spring loaded. We have a spring model and a torsion mount. Torsion mount is used for chopping 20-inch narrow roast configurations.
Okay.
We can step back over here and take a little closer look.
Let's get a closer
how
look.
it mounts. As you can see, they're designed in 3 or 2 row setups. Okay. Spring loaded. But I'll let Andy kind of talk about the breakdown and the tire saving capabilities of the Devastator.
Tell us about those advantages, what people are seeing.
Yeah, so we know a lot about stock stompers and things like that. We're trying to protect tires with those, but the Devastator certainly is going to do that. And so one of the things with the Devastator, you'll notice it goes all the way across the corn head.
Mm-hmm.
So we said a number of years ago when it came out the Devastator, well, why are we worried about just protecting a couple tires on the combine? We have tillage tractors, we have grain cart, the tractor, the grain cart. We have trucks pulling in and out of the field and everything like that. So let's be protecting all those tires. So the Devastator roller going all the way across there, it's going to do that. But then more than that is it's also a significant residue management tool. And that's one of the focuses of Yetter is in fact residue management. We kind of kid, residue management 365. So it's a full year process, and it starts with a combine the previous year. So the Devastator on that roller that Derek was mentioning, it has that paddle on there. So that 1/4 inch thick paddle, that's actually going to start down at the base of the stalk, and when we're smashing that, every 5 inches up that, it's going to crimp that stalk. So what that's going to do is release the moisture out of the stalk, and then that's actually going to allow microbes to start getting into there much faster. We don't have to size that stalk or anything to get that to happen as long as we're crimping. And so that's really the biggest residue management significance of the Devastator is that crimping action.
And now tomorrow they'll be out doing a field demo here. And guys, the demos you've done in the past, Derek, you were telling me the farmers who are watching, they just hop right out in and get right in the field, get a close-up look themselves and follow along, right?
Yeah, it's interesting to watch that combine make that pass, and then the next thing, as soon as they allow the individuals to walk over, they start bending over and they look at how that stalk's been crimped, broke, crown roots have been broke, and then the individuals back here on the lot, as soon as the demos are over, we can see the farmers making the pass over and wanting to learn more about the 5,000 Stalk Devastator.
Right. And the cost of the Devastator too. I mean, from 6-row up to 12-row, Andy, it's very affordable in a tough market.
Yeah, you're talking about $4,000 to $5,000, $8,400 for a 12-row. So a 6 or an 8-row there, like I said, $4,000 to $5,000. So for the benefits you're getting, it certainly is very cost competitive.
Now, guys. And folks, we just got to clue you in here. The folks at Yetter are extremely innovative and they move very quick. So when the Devastator started to take off, you might see underneath there, Derek, you guys started making your own header carts.
So, many farmers always had a nice head card either for the corn head or the bean platform. We saw the need when the customers were asking, well, I need to update my head card.
Right.
And as they added the Devastator, because they may have had an old home-built head card or something. And so we decided this is a good opportunity for us to add another product line to help farmers out. This head card is designed for high-speed transport. Works in conjunction with the Devastator nicely.
Yeah, Andy, you were saying that you were getting the comment people were buying the Devastator and then just saying, well, who do you guys suggest? What cart do I need? I'll just buy a new cart. I got to have the Devastator, so whatever cart I got to buy to facilitate.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, so we know we want the Devastator. I want to make sure it works, so I need to put it on a card. What do I need?
Right.
So that was basically the offering to us that says, if you could build a card that's going to work with it, I'll take that. And so that's what this. It's a lot of adjustability in this card.
And it shows you the level of buy-in on the Devastator, that they were willing to just buy it. They had to have a new card because they had to have the Devastator.
That's right.
Awesome.
The other item I just wanted to add is, with this late harvest that's shaping up, an item that Andy was touching base on is the breakdown of the stalks. Well, a lot of guys have been able to cut out a trip of that vertical tillage pass in front of the ripper,
Sure.
or the vertical tillage pass in front of the planter in the springtime. Well, with the late harvest, there's not going to be a lot of tillage done if the weather doesn't cooperate.
Right.
And so by doing basically a tillage pass with the Devastator, you're getting those stalks to break down. By springtime, if you don't have the time, you can go plant into that and make a nice seed bed for the seed.
Well, it's really a solution that's is so timely. It's perfect.
With Mother Nature, if you can reduce a trip, that's what guys are looking at. So that's why we're seeing it.
Any way to save money. And Andy, talk about the sales of the Devastator have been very strong.
Certainly. Last year the Devastators were very strong as well, and a lot of people, I think, last year, because of the fall and spring, become accidental no-tillers.
Sure.
So any of those guys that had the Devastator last year, they went to no-tiller soybeans in that this year. They saw those benefits. We had a lot of people after spring, telling us, man, I no-till because I felt like I had to. I didn't get my tillage done.
Right.
But when I was no-tilling behind the Devastator, it really made a big difference. And certainly we're seeing that carrying over to this year now. A lot of people, like Derek said, we're looking at the potential of having no time this fall for our fall tillage. And so looking at next year, what can we do that's going to take no more time, no more effort? And the Devastator is certainly one of those, and a lot of people are responding to that.
And again, something you can invest in for $4,200 to, what's the high end on a 12-row, did you say?
$8,400
Yeah,
bucks.
under $9,000 bucks.
Yeah.
Very cool. And Derek, before we started filming here, you had a customer you worked with, and he was an early adapter on the Devastator. Local guy, large farmer. And he was pretty much raving about just the cost saving and the quality of the residue, and it's got to be encouraging to hear that from farmers here.
Yeah, this morning on the lot, the first 5 guys that came by basically either had a Devastator or had one on order, or just needed to get it put on.
Now, what was that text? You were telling me about a text. Some guy sent you a text. Was that today?
I didn't get text today. That was this spring. But,
this spring, okay.
The sales reps and different individuals, when you receive those texts or you see the tweets or Facebook posts about your product.
Or was it a tweet? What did the tweet? What was the message? It was just.
The message was, I wasn't able to get my stalks vertical tilled last fall.
Right.
You encouraged me to purchase the Devastator last year. We made the purchase, and basically, they weren't able to make that vertical pass, and they were able to go in, no-till their beans, and then the beans came up great. They look great. They're very satisfied, and saved them the fuel, the time, the wear and tear, and they got the crop planted that they didn't have to take prevent plant on.
That accidental no-tiller, right?
That accidental no-till, right? Wow. So there you got it, folks. I've been hearing buzz about the Devastator, but cool to get the scoop from the guys here at Yetter. Now, folks want more information. Andy, where do they head for more info on the Devastator?
Certainly to the website, which is www.yetterco.com.
Yetterco.com. And Derek, your history of innovation here with Yetter. Gosh, the company is almost 90 years old now, isn't it?
90 years. So, and again, going back to this product came from a farmer in Indiana, so a lot of our ideas do come from farmers, and we work with the farmers on a royalty basis, and it has worked out extremely well as far as for Yetter and also the growers.
All right, folks. Now, on the topic of Yetter being nimble and quick to market and listening to customers, the story continues here. Derek, you're just releasing kind of a new solution or a new product. Pretty exciting. Why don't you tell us about it?
So we're going to discuss the cover crop Devastator. So basically, we had customers that were taking our Stalk Devastator that was designed for corn heads, and they were adapting them and putting them on planters to roll down their cover crops. So we had a series of different customers come to us, and to be able to get the total kill on a cover crop, we needed the pattern to go all the way across versus our paddle was just designed just for the root ball. So we added the chevron pattern and it goes all the way across the roller. We've also been working on different mounts that allow you to mount on planter frames. So that way the customer doesn't have to make a separate pass with a cover crop roller. They can all do it in the same pass as planting, just like what we're asking the customers to do on the corn head. They're also devastating their stalks at the same time.
So you guys, as busy as you are with all your other products and the Devastator's rocking it here, this idea comes to you from a customer and you dive in and you've been testing it out this summer and working on it. And
we've been working with different growers across the U.S. and we're releasing it total production here for moving forward from here.
wow, pretty exciting. What's the early buzz on it?
Feedback's been extremely good. The main thing customers like is it's still a lower cost option compared to the other options that are in the market and an expensive roller that you have to purchase and that. So.
Right. Very cool. Well, again, hats off. I tip my hat to the folks at Yetter. Derek, you guys, you're not sitting back in any way. You're pushing forward and helping farmers with new solutions, and I just love it. Always great fun to visit with you. Thank you for having me out. And again, if people want more information on any of your great products, the Devastator, the cover crop Devastator, they should go to
yetter.co.com.
yetterco.com. Thanks, Derek.
Ram Trucks, premier vehicle of Machinery Pete TV.